Okay, I got them cut out. 2 pieces. I was going to do it in 4-jaw on lathe. Change of plan. I'm going to, I think this is called hollow mill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut everything down and leave the square in the middle. And then I'll take a boring bar, turn it backwards, and then cut it. And cut that 312 diameter. So, we need to cut this. We need to cut this down to 312. So I'm going to put an end mill in there now. 2-foot end mill. Keep changing the plan as I'm working on it here. That's okay. I want to. I'd like to have a short through end mill. Well, yeah, if we can't find any short ones, but this one here, I'll use this one. Okay, drop the knee. And all right, we want to get to 312, and we are at 375. Okay. We want to go to 312, so we want to take 3. We want to take just 63 thou off. Okay, I can do that. 63. Alright, so that should be 312 now. 312. Alright. Next thing to do is mill the lengths. on. So I'm going to get my stop back out. Set that up. Set that up there. Right. Knock the burrs off the end here. Put my calipers over here. Turn my power feed off so I don't accidentally hit it. And clean up the sawed end on both of them before I adjust it to length. And I want a 1" 968 length. And we are at 2" 45. So we got 2" 45 and we want 1" 968. So that would give us 77 thou to take off of there. So we'll put this over here. 77 thou. Let's use our readout here. 0x. Move it over 77. I have a chip behind something here. Chip behind one or the other. Behind the one over there, nice looking. Apparently, didn't hurt nothing. 1" 9/68. Let's get this one in here. All right, cut the lengths. All right. So now we'll move our vise stop over. Scoot that over here. So the part's in the middle. Actually pretty nice outside again, but it's a little bit breezy and I do not want to go through a little pain episode, so I'll stay inside. I'm going to dike these up. Let them dry a little bit. So we take the 1" 9/68 and we want to leave 3/12 in the middle, so we'll just subtract 3/12 from that. So that leaves us 1" 656. Divide that in half. 8/28. So if I scribe a line 8/28 from each end, it should leave 3/12 in the middle. We'll see. And then we'll go like this, and like this, and we have 3/12 in the middle. I'm going to leave extra on there. I'm not going to take it to 3/12. I should probably take it to probably 400. So let's just figure it out at 400. It would be 1" 9/68. That's the overall length. Leave 400 in the middle. So we're going to leave 400 in the middle, so now the length is 1" 5/68. Divide that in half, which is 7/84. So we'll just go 7/84. That way I'm leaving a little bit to clean up when I do the hollow mill, I think it's called. All right. Now, we want to go down. I thought it was 100, yeah, 157 thousandths. So we'll put this in here. And what do I got here approximately? I got 190, so I should be able to make it. 157. telephone book paper that I got hanging on the side of the mill there. Get under there. So I'll crank it up until it just touches the paper. Okay. I know it's just touching. And we want to go 157 from there. So zero out my dial. There's 100 and 57. All right, that should be the where we need to go. I'm just going to come up to the sideline. I know it's allowing material, so I'm going to zero my X there. Jeez. I hit the brake. Alright. And then I'm going to knock the burr off the end here so it can come up against the stop again. Okay, that's one. Knock the burr off the end here. There we go. Now, what we want to do is find the edge on the back and find the edge of the vise stop and get into the center of that. Drill our hole for our 1032, and then I'll put a boring bar in there, turn it around backwards, and we'll run in reverse, come down and turn that diameter to 312. Sound like a plan? Otherwise, on the four-jaw, it would have been just hanging on to a little bit here. I could have done it in the four-jaw, but I think this will work out all right. I'll take that end mill out. And put in my edge finder. Doesn't have to be exactly on center, and my edge finder I think will get me close enough. long as I'm careful. How did you call it? And plus I want to drop it down because I got to put a drill chuck in to drill that hole. There we go. All right. And there. Down. Crank until I touch. Crank out, I should say. Right there. Zero my Y. Move it 100. Zero it again. Now I want to put a block in there and pick it up. So what I'm going to put in there is a gauge block, a Joe block. That's not going to be sticking up high enough. That will. Now, so I want to crank out 312, so these are 312, so I want to get in the center of that, 156, so crank in 156, oops, 156, lock it, because that's where we're going to stay. Now, crank over the end, bring it down, crank it in crank her in until she touches. Right there. Zero my X. Move it 100. And 100. Zero that. Now, the lengths of these were 1968, right? 1968. Actually, it's a little shy. I want to be pretty precise on this, I guess. 1966. 1966. Alright, so 1 inch, 966 divided in half is 983. So we want to move over 983 thousandths, and that'll put us in the spot where we want the hole. 983. Hope you didn't miss out on a whole bunch. 983. I was just thinking I moved my knee down. So, didn't know if you were still looking at the right spot. All right, so we can take this gauge block out, put a part in. There we go. Take my edge finder out. Put my cover back on. Put that away. Get the drill chuck out. And let's see, what size hole is that going to be? For a 10 is number 25, I believe. 1032 is 21. 159. A 159 drill. So we need to put in a drill chuck. And get a center drill. Now, I wish I had readout on my ram, or on my spindle, but I don't. So, and I want to go down at least 200 thousandths. So how do I want to do that? Well, I can do that with a what I'll do is I'll put a Joe block in here and I'll crank the D up to 200 thousandths, and that'll give me the depth I want to be, because we're sitting right flush with the top right now. So we'll crank that up so that it's up against the Joe block. Move that up, crank up 200 thou. Actually, I'm going to go 200 and 250, because I want room at the bottom. Did I crank up 100? Oh. Yep. 250. I'm going to take that out of there just to make sure I'm not going all the way through. Nope. I'm fine. So we're going to go 250 thou deep with that Joe block, in position there. And that drill was all the way up, bottom down in the chuck. So now we'll put the center drill in. And now we can't reach there. We take the Joe blocks out and we can come down and center drill the next part. That's the reason I put the camera shut off when I turned around and looked back and it's shut off. Anyway, I tapped it, drilled and tapped it, and I just was going to check to make sure that it threads down on it all the way where I want it to go. If I can get it started here. Perfect. That will work. Okay, do the next one. Same way. Same way, I'll just stick this in here. Put the tap in the drill chuck. I'm going to get a little LED on that. It's tapping it dry and it's not. Just because it's a bigger tap, it doesn't mean you tap it dry. Then I'll tap it by hand. Get the machine here for a few turns. And then take that out of there. And then these spiral taps do work nice in blind holes because it pulls the chip out. You know, it pulls the chip out like this instead of come on. You know, instead of pushing it down in front. They're NC. They're mainly used on NC. First pulling the chips out so you don't end up breaking the cap off with a bunch of chips down the bottom of the hole. Alright, so now we do the boring bar reverse bit thing. So we'll stick that in there. Like that. And we're going to turn that, you know, we really wouldn't have, well, yeah, I want that a diameter. Because I want to be able to use that diameter in a feisty collet. Take the drill chuck out. 3/4 collet back in. This, and we need to take this big boring bar out of there because we don't want that in there. Just want to take a small boring bar after it, I think. Take this one out. Now, it doesn't have to be a long one, but it has to go down to a flat bottom. I want it to go down to a flat bottom. This one looks like it's chipped. Get over on the light here. No, it looks alright. Now I need my sleeve though. I need an adapter sleeve. An adapter sleeve that fits in there. And now we want to put the boring bar in backwards. So we want to put it in that way. So that the point is actually pointing toward the numbers or your adjustment screw. Hollow mill. Tighten that up. Hopefully we can get it in far enough now to big enough to do this. We should be able to. be able to do it fine. Put that up there. Tighten it up. And then come down and touch the top. I've got to go a little bit, just a little bit bigger. That's one thing I remember, you're going backwards on the dial. Turn my quill stop up. Here, pretty dark. And now, first. And 10, 11, 12, 13. I do there. 10. Right inside. So 10. Right. Love it. So 1, 2. Let's get the next picture. Okay. For here. Here you go. And I just about that. I like it here. Okay. So, I'll do it.